I want to start by going into this verse. Actually, a few verses. This is First Samuel chapter 11, verse 1. It says, Nahash the Ammonite came up and encamped against Jabesh Gilead, and all the men of Jabesh said unto Nahash, make a covenant with us, and we will serve thee. Now, to give context, the Ammonites, be your modern day Japanese, they had this land previously. They see that there's a faction, like a division between Israel. Why? Because Benjamin was damn near slaughtered altogether. You know, little Benjamin. You know, all the tribes basically warred against Benjamin. You read that in the book of Judges. What chapter is that? I want to say 19, 20, 21. 21. Yeah. Uh, yep. Yeah, Benjamin was damn near slaughtered completely as a tribe. So their populations had greatly diminished. But the good read is in Judges 21. Not going to get all up into it, but that's where your read is. So they're aware of this, and they're like, "All right, run that land back." And so this is where we're at. Verse 1 Samuel 11 and verse 2. And Nahash the Ammonite answered them, on this condition will I make a covenant with you, that I may thrust out all your right eyes and lay it for a reproach upon all Israel. And the elders of Jabesh said unto him, give us 7 days respite, that we may send messengers unto all the coast of Israel, and then if there be no man to save us, we will come out to thee. Then came the messengers to Gibeah of Saul, and told the tidings in the ears of the people, and all the people lifted up their voices and wept. And behold, Saul came after the herd out of the field, and Saul said, what aileth the people that they weep? And they told him the tidings of the men of Jabesh. And the Spirit of God came upon Saul when he heard those tidings, and his anger was kindled greatly. Now, this is how the Most High, works. Saul was a Benjamite, Benjamite, Benjaminite, and but for being Israel, period. So the spirit of, and this is the spirit of God, and notice the spirit of God is anger. And let me read it again. This is 1 Samuel 11 and verse 6. And the Spirit of God came upon Saul when he heard those tidings, and his anger was kindled greatly. So the Spirit came upon Saul. And what spirit? It was a spirit of anger, spirit of threatening them. We're about to read it. When the Spirit came upon him. Let me read verse 6 again. It said, and the Spirit of God came upon Saul when he heard those tidings, and his anger was kindled greatly. And he took a yoke of oxen and hewn in pieces and sent them throughout all the coast of Israel, saying, the hands of messengers, saying, whosoever cometh not forth after Saul and after Samuel, so shall it be done unto his oxen. And the fear of Yahweh fell on the people, and they came out with one consent. So all of them came out. But the thing is that the Spirit of God jumped on them to get on them, those Israelites, that y'all better come out or your oxen's gonna get slayed. Sometimes it's the Spirit of God, anger. Sometimes the Spirit can hop on you to cuss somebody out and to threaten them. And you got to understand that when you're getting cussed down, sometimes that could be the spirit of the Most High. You're getting threatened, being cast out the camp, or something happening to you. That could be the spirit of the Most High. Could be the spirit of God jumping on you to cuss somebody out, or jumping on somebody else to cuss you out. And now imagine the spirit of God came upon them, and then all of a sudden they bucking up against them. Well, now you bucking up against the Most High's anointed, and it was Saul. It also goes to show you that a righteous man can, fall and become a wicked man, but that doesn't negate the righteous that he did. That it means that it wasn't righteous. Oh, I ain't like Saul anyway. That's why they come up. Yeah, see, nah, the spirit not dealing with him now, but when it was, because you have fallouts. You got some fallouts, and you got some people who were sellouts from the beginning, pump faking. But the spirit might have been on. Just every judgment that that person made wasn't necessarily bad. You could have a whole fallout that turned to doing coke, trying to look at Saul was trying to literally kill David, but no damn reason. But the spirit could have jumped on that brother to tell you something when he was in his right mind. You know, Ariah, when he was in his right mind, he said a lot of great things. He did a lot of great works. That doesn't mean just because now he basically sold out that the things that he taught was wrong. Spirit was on him. Spirit was on him when he gave the 12 tribes breakdown. It doesn't mean everything he said is now, null and void. So you got to keep that in mind. I'm gonna read a little bit more. This is I'm gonna skip actually a little bit. This is 1 Samuel 11 and verse 11. And it was so on the morrow that Saul put the people in three companies, and they came into the midst of the host in the morning watch and slew the Ammonites until the heat of the day. And it came to pass that they which remained were scattered, so that two of them were not left together. And the people said unto Samuel, who is he that said, shall reign over us? Bring the men that we may put them to death. And Saul said, there shall not a man be put to death this day, for today Yahweh have wrought salvation in Israel. Then said Samuel to the people, come and let us go to Gilgal and renew the kingdom there. And the people went to Gilgal, and there they made Saul king before Yahweh in Gilgal, and there they sacrificed sacrifices of peace offering before Yahweh, and there Saul and all the men of Israel rejoiced greatly. And that's a little deep. Saul was in his right mind at that point. But it was ultimately he ended up falling out. You don't want to be that person that falls out. And if you read how he fell out, disobedience. Let's skip over a little bit. Saul Saul was a good brother. Saul had the spirit of God on him. Couldn't get over those demons, and he fell out, and he became a bloodthirsty demon. This is This is First Samuel 13 and verse. Uh, can start at verse. I don't want to start at verse 4. I'll start at verse 8. There we go. Uh, and he tarried 7 days according to the set time that Samuel had appointed. But Samuel came not to Gilgal, and the people were scattered from him. So basically, Samuel said, "Hey, basically, I'm gonna come to Gilgal." And we'll read again. And he tarried 7 days according to the set time that Samuel appointed. So Samuel said, "I'm gonna be there in 7 days." Then don't worry, that's the same set time he appointed. He's on Jake time or color people time. Basically running late. And he tarried 7 days according to the set time that Samuel appointed. But Samuel came not to Gilgal, and the people were scattered from him. And Saul said, "Bring hither a burnt offering to me and peace offering." And he offered the burnt offering. So he did what he was supposed to do. He burnt up. That pertains not to the Benjamites. It don't pertain to them. It pertains to the Levites. And it came to pass that as soon as he had made an end of offering the burnt offering, behold, Samuel came. So he was just running a little bit late. And Samuel witnessed it. And Saul went out to meet him, and that he might salute him. And Samuel said, "What hast thou done?" And Saul said, "Because I saw that the people were scattered from me, and that thou camest not within the days appointed, and that the Philistines gathered themselves together at Michmash. Therefore said I, the Philistines will come down now upon me to Gilgal, and I have not made supplication to Yahweh. I have forced myself therefore and offered a burnt offering." And Samuel said to Saul, "Thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of Yahweh thy God, which he commanded thee. For now would Yahweh have established thy kingdom upon Israel forever. But now thy kingdom shall not continue. Yahweh have sought him a man after his own heart, and Yahweh have commanded him to be captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which Yahweh commanded thee." Saul did foolishly. He he started being self-willed, doing what he wanted to do, and justifying himself for doing it. Hey, you was late. I had to do it. Being self-willed, doing what he wanted to do. You read what's that? Got to find it in 1 minute. In verse chapter 15, Saul spares Agag. Self-willed. He was told to do one thing and he disobeyed. Walking in that self-willed spirit can get you cast out. He was given direct orders. There's a commandment not to do that. And he did it. Watch that spirit, that rebellious spirit, that self-willed spirit. You know, and that's basically it. On that note, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kodash. That belongs to the elders, GMS Ruel. Peace, salutations, and shalom.